from California, and today we're going to be talking about a hairbrush, but not just any hairbrush, a bamboo hairbrush with natural rubber. Typically, when I go to the store and I look for a hairbrush, I just look for whatever's cheapest. But just because something is affordable doesn't mean it's sustainable. It wasn't until I started looking for more sustainable solutions, I realized how much plastic is in everything. The problem with this is that plastic can take up to 1,000 years to decompose. So, bamboo is a much more sustainable alternative. It only takes 3 years to grow and it can be harvested without damaging the root. Plus, it's biodegradable. I also purchased a brush cleaner, which I had never used before this, and I have to say I was so satisfied with the results. Alright, we're gonna head over to the bathroom and I'm going to show you guys my heatless curl routine. I'm going to loosely brush my hair here, just to gently untangle it, and then my hair will be ready for styling. For this, you'll need a small scarf. You could also use a large scarf. Preferably, the scarf should be a satin-like material because this is good for frizz prevention. After folding your scarf of choice, you're going to continue to fold it until it becomes a thin strip. Place the thin strip on the center of your head. Afterwards, take one lock of hair, and you're going to wrap it around the scarf. Take a second lock of hair, and wrap it around the scarf with the first. Continue this pattern until you hit the ends of your hair. When I was young, my bowl cut came in 2 parts. When I was in preschool, I ran home asking my grandmother for Sailor Moon bangs. The only bangs she knew were the ones that go straight across, and so she gave me a straight cut fringe. A short while after that, I needed a trim. We wanted to do it at home, and so she took the scissors and attempted to trim my hair. Unfortunately, the line wasn't straight enough, and so she kept cutting, and eventually it was just above my shoulders. After that, I learned not to place such importance on my hair. Although I cried, over the years, I just kept it that way, not bothering to grow it out. It was only when I was 19 or 20, I finally started to grow it out again. My mother tried to do my hair as often as she could while I was growing up. But because she was a single working mom, usually it was my grandmother. I consider the evenings my mother brushed my hair to be very special and very dear to my heart. She would always use the boar bristle brush, and she would always be so gentle. I can still remember leaning into her touch. Alright, after securing your hair with a clip, spritz your hair with the spray bottle. If it isn't damp already, it should be filled with water. You can use hairspray too. Now, I'm going to show you how to clean this brush. Brushes will typically collect debris over time. Initially, I thought this was lint, but alas, it turns out to be dead skin cells, dust, and other dirt collected over time. I've had a few complications while attempting to remove this lint-like substance from my brush. For example, the little balls on the tips of the bristles here have been blocking me from pulling this off all the way. And there's another issue which I'll point out momentarily.
See how it's become impacted into the base of the brush bristles?
No worries though, I'm not throwing out the brush. Instead, I'm going to soak it and we're going to clean it. I saved a sliver from my shampoo bar, and we're going to be placing it into a bowl. We're going to fill this bowl with hot water. I used water from the kettle, and we're going to be stirring the soap in. The mixture is nice and frothy, which is exactly what we want. I'm only adding a little bit more water here so that the brush can be covered all the way. Afterwards, I'm going to let it soak and come back to it. It's been a few hours, and I'm going to grab my tweezers, and I'm going to carefully extract the little lint-like substances from each bristle. This can be a fairly time-consuming and messy process, so I recommend you do this in the bathroom near the sink. This brush has a lot of buildup from over time. Typically, you should wash all of your brushes at least once a month. However, even with soaking, the lint-like substance has been very difficult to get off. After you extract the lint-like substance from your brush bristle, you're going to swish it in the water to remove it from your tweezers, and continue the process with the rest of the bristles on your brush. I'll admit, I don't love this process, and it isn't because I have a lack of patience. I just knew there had to be a better way to go about this, so I was so excited when I went onto the package free shop and found the bamboo hairbrush in a bundle with a hairbrush cleaner. The hairbrush cleaner is from a German company, and it's made of oiled beechwood and wire. When it comes to build-up, I found the hairbrush from the package free shop much more preferable in comparison to the plastic hairbrush. This is because they don't have little epoxy resin balls on the tips of the bristles, which makes it so much easier to just reach in with my bare fingers and pluck off the lint-like substance from the bristles. I also find that I didn't have to soak this brush as often due to the structure of the brush, which makes me so happy and so satisfied with my purchase, especially knowing it's also better for the environment. I have to say though, my favorite part of the bundle was the brush cleaner. I'm so excited to show you how it works. And that's it! I was actually raised to clean my brushes with a comb growing up, but I found this tool to be so much more efficient and so worth the purchase. My hair has finished resting overnight, and all I have to do is undo the clip and the hair ties in order to see the results.
I'm taking out the hairspray. We're going to be gently separating the curls. We don't want to interfere with them too much because we want them to hold. But if you want looser beach waves, you can go ahead and just tousle your fingers in there.
And that's it! I love this style so much because all I have to do is sleep in it and it doesn't require a curling iron. Now I'm going to show you the bamboo brush in action. Because I allowed my hair to rest overnight, if I brush through my hair gently, it doesn't get rid of the curl. Instead, I just loosely untangle it. I start at the ends and I work my way up. This helps to distribute my natural oils throughout the rest of my hair. Starting from the bottom as opposed to the top also helps to eliminate breakage, snagging, and knots. Here's how it looks now that I'm done. Overall, I love that this brush is made out of sustainable materials, those being bamboo and natural rubber, as opposed to plastic. I also love the way it feels in my hand, and I feel better about using it overall. The brush cleaner was such a wonderful addition, and I love that it came in a bundle on the site. The structure of the hairbrush was also really nice, especially compared to the plastic hairbrush, which I found very difficult to clean. As conscious consumers, we can start making decisions as small as a hairbrush, which will impact our lives and, in the grand scheme of things, the world. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Pearl from California. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.